don't know the first thing about writing. I still don't know what a noun is. Hello everyone, welcome back to Roscoe's World. My name is Josh, and today I'm going to show you how I write my book, Roscoe's World. It is important to note that I have never written a book before, so I didn't set out to write my book this way. It just sort of happened by pure creativity and imagination and luck, to be honest. 3 years ago, I wrote my first book, and at the time, I had never written a book a day in my life, had no aspirations of ever writing a book. I'm probably one of the world's worst spellers, so, the idea of me writing a book was just not in the realm of possibility, but life is funny that way. The one thing that you just never could imagine yourself doing is the one thing you end up doing. Today I wanted to show you how I inadvertently created a unique way of building out a book. Let me give you a little bit of backstory. So 5 years ago, I started a project called Roscoe's World. At the time, it was just going to be a simple coloring book and some clothes, and that was it. I just kind of sort of fell into this project by accident, and I thought it was a good enough idea to keep exploring, and the idea just kept evolving to what it is today. And today, it is a massive project. But how am I supposed to write this story? I don't know the first thing about writing. I still don't know what a noun is. So how am I supposed to know how to write a book? So I ended up going to Barnes & Noble, and I went to the kids sections, and I was just kind of looking at how other authors and creators have written books in the past. The other thing I noticed was you either had two types of books. You had one book that was all pictures and a little bit of words, and then you had the traditional book, which was a lot of words and a few pictures. Well, what if you took the three styles of writing a book? You had the normal words version, picture book version, and then you had comics. So what if you combined all three? What would you get? So in that time, I developed what I like to call the reverse comic book. So in a traditional comic book, you have the squares with the pictures, and then you have the bubbles above the pictures. Well, in my book, I have it backwards. So in my book, you have the words, and then above the words, you have the bubbles with the pictures inside it. And no matter what reading level you're at, you are going to be able to read my book because I've placed just hundreds of pictures throughout the book. I mean, my first book is 280 pages long, and it's got almost 1,000 pictures in it. Probably, I think the number ended up being like 958 pictures. And then my second book is probably going to be the same, if not more. I've got a lot of pictures in the second book. And now, building out a book this way can take a while. I do recommend having your backgrounds for your book made. I like to call these backgrounds POIs, or places of interest.